Hey Joel, thanks for stopping by. So, yesterday was Liberation Day in the United States, the third one of these, by the way. Trump had announced on November 5th, after the election was called, that that was Liberation Day. And then, of course, the day he was inaugurated, that was another Liberation Day. We're just liberating left and right. And yesterday, the Liberation Day was, of course, all of the money from your 401k. Your stock portfolio has been liberated. You have no more money in there. Or, a very steep drop took place. Probably 3-4% of your portfolio got wiped in about 10 minutes yesterday because Trump announced sweeping tariffs basically across the world. These are listed as reciprocal tariffs, but they're not exactly reciprocal in the way that this country did a tariff on us, so we're doing a tariff on them. Some of this has to do with value added taxes, VATs, and that's not just a Fallout thing. That has to do with the way we kind of compare prices around the world. VATs affect everything that a country sells, including domestic products. It's not just with exports and imports like a tariff deals with. But these VATs were included in Trump's math to figure out how to do tariffs. Many people will point out that you could have just asked ChatGPT how to figure out blanket tariffs, and it'll give you not only the exact formula, but the figures that the Trump team used on their little placard that they showed off on the Liberation Day Expo, when they were in the Rose Garden playing all the fancy music and showing you how much they're going to tank the world economy. This is one of these fell for it again awards that I can't even feel smug about because for the longest time when Trump was running during the 2024 election cycle, the moment blanket tariffs were announced that Trump was planning on doing something like that when he was elected, everybody warned about this, about what would happen, the possible consequences, things like that. And nobody believed you. People said you were a lunatic, libtard, whatever, Trump derangement syndrome. There's no way Trump will do 20% blanket tariffs. That's just crazy. Well, these are crazy times we live in. Part of this feels like a scene from Arrested Development, like our administration is Lucille Bluth right now, because for some reason, they think you can put up a factory in like 4 or 5 days, that we can start producing these sorts of materials in the United States within the week, and that's just not feasible. As much as I don't like repeating myself, the first time I made a video about these tariffs going into place, I said that this is a bad idea because we live in a world economy. We work together as a planet to produce things in our own countries and sell them to other places. We don't need to make microwaves in the United States. We make stuff over here like computer chips. We make stuff over here like medical equipment. When I saw the tariffs on countries like Bangladesh and Vietnam, it's just, I hope you enjoy all the clothes you have right now because you're probably not going to be buying new clothes for a while. Or you're going to be buying American specific, which is fine and all, but you will be paying more for your clothes in the future. The blanks, the t-shirts and stuff like that a lot of your favorite companies use to print their clothes on, those are all going up too because they get their blanks from overseas. The only silver lining that came from this Liberation Day tariff talk that Trump held was, if you notice the board, just a little bit under China, Trump lists Taiwan as a country. This is, of course, because Taiwan produces a lot of chips and stuff like that. I assume this is Trump's attempt to boost Intel production in the United States, but I don't know anybody who uses Intel chips in their personal computers. And even server side, you have people more moving into NVIDIA and stuff like that. So this is going to be a really tumultuous time to say the least. Personally, this will be the third time I've seen the stock market crash in my lifetime. The 2008 real estate bubble was awesome, to say the least. I was just getting out of high school for that, and that really set me up for what to expect with my adult life. The pandemic stock market crash was inevitable. There was no amount of policy or fixing that could have saved that, just because the entire world had to shut down for a little bit, and of course that was going to be bad for business. But this one, the 2008 crisis, these are man-made problems caused by people who only want to benefit a select few in this country and in this world so they can hoard more wealth. That is what's going to happen with these tariffs. All I can tell you is good luck with these next couple of years. This is going to be a really tough time. And it's not even like you can rub it in anybody's face anymore. You probably have a lot of people who said that these tariffs would never go into place or Trump's not stupid enough to do that. And you can't even say you told you so because we're all about to pay for this right now. We're all about to pay for the short-sighted, spiteful politics of the conservative base of this country. I wonder how many of these guys who posted about leaving my video games alone and that's why they turned conservative are now understanding that conservatives are what's hurting their wallets. All these dorks were complaining about culture war issues invading their video games. Well, don't worry, because now you can't play any more video games because they'll cost too much for you to afford them. Who knows, maybe this will lead to a drop in rage bait content online because these types of guys can't afford to keep their businesses afloat. But that's an unforeseen circumstance that we will see when it gets here. But until that happens, all I can say is I hope you bought your computer parts early, and until the next time this administration decides to tank the world economy and destroy our global soft power for fun because they're bored, y'all try to have a good day.